Okay, we're ready to get started grouting. Joe, what tools are we going to need to get this thing done?
Well, we're going to need a 5-gallon bucket of water, a grout sponge, a grout float, and a margin trowel.
Okay, well let's get started.
Alrighty. Basically your margin trowel you're going to use to mix your grout. And when you open your grout bucket, you'll notice that it's only half full. And the reason for that is so you can mix in the liquid that's on top. And the liquid on top is normal. And you want to be sure to make sure you mix all the liquid in. And just simply continue to fold over the grout until you have all the liquid on top mixed in. It is okay to use a power mixer with this, but generally you don't need to. Alright, looks like we got it all mixed up. Now we'll begin grouting. We're going to do about a 6 to 9 square foot area. Anything larger than that, the grout's going to get away from you. So you always want to make sure to grout in small sections. And make sure you can reach the area you're grouting. You start with even a smaller section than 6 to 9 square feet. You could even do 4 square feet. See what works for you. But I really would never go over 9. As you pack the grout into the grout joints, make sure you run the grout float diagonally across the joints. If not, you'll end up getting stuck into the joints. So just make sure you're running it across there and packing the grout in really good. It takes a little getting used to in the beginning, but once you've got a few square feet down, it'll go much easier. And always make sure you never add water to the grout. It does get a little bit more difficult towards the end of the bucket, but you never want to add water to the grout. It'll actually make it a lot more difficult to work with, and the grout will turn out grainy, and it will look terrible. Alright, now that we've packed the joints, we're ready to begin wiping down the grout. And your first wipe down, you just basically want to wipe down the whole area, kind of get your grout joints nice and uniform. Make sure you cover the whole area. I usually do it a couple times. Now this is just our first wipe down. This isn't our final clean. So once I got the grout joints looking the way I want them to look, I'm ready to do my final wipe. And this part's really important. Also with the sponge, you want to run it diagonally. And you only want to use one side of the sponge per swipe. And I'll flip it over and I'll use the other side now. But then that's it. I can't use that sponge anymore. If I was to continue to use it, I'm just going to spread the product around. It never hurts to go over an area again. Once you've cleaned it, if you feel like maybe you didn't get it all, just go over that area again.
Well, Joe, this is looking really great. How soon can the homeowner actually use the floor?
24 hours later, they can have light traffic on it. 72 hours heavy traffic.
Okay, and do we have to worry about staining?
Well, actually, within the first 7 days, the grout can stain, but after that, it's a completely stain-resistant grout. But within the first 7 days, it can be stained, so be careful in those first 7 days.
Okay.